Once you have created unity within all of your pieces and every border is the same, now we can make these stand out just a little bit more from each other. So we've got something that brings them together, but then we can bring them apart a little bit too with some patterns. I'm going to take a brush from the yellow bin that's a little bit bigger, and I'm going to create some patterns on top of the dried background. Now I used warm colors for 5 of them and cool colors for 5 of them, so I'm going to switch with my patterns. I'm going to do warm color patterns on top of my cool color backgrounds. That's just my choice. You are totally welcome to do whatever you'd like. Maybe you want to do just black patterns on all your cool colors, or you want to do just white patterns on all your warm colors. It's up to you, but you need to have a plan before you start. So what I'm going to do is take this brush, I'm going to dip it in, and I'm going to use the way that this brush is kind of fanned apart. I'm going to use that to create a pattern. So I'm just going to touch the green and let it create this little organic shape from the brush. That's kind of a cool pattern. I don't know that I could create that on my own. It's really neat that the brush is doing that. So I'm going to continue to do that all the way across. A pattern is made by repetition. It's something that repeats. So all you have to do is just do one simple pattern or idea or detail and just continue it the whole way across the strip. And because of that repetition, or because it's repeating, it becomes a pattern or a design. So I'm going to let that set to the side and dry. Another pattern I could use is the back of my brush, just creating dots with that. So I'm going to dip into the paint and create a dot. Now instead of just going straight across, I could always do it in an interesting way, maybe create a zigzag. But what I want to do is make these pieces stand out from each other a little bit. So each piece has its own little personality. Each piece should have some kind of pattern that repeats all the way across, filling up most of the space on each of your cardboard strips. I wanted to give you some pattern ideas if you're stuck. Like I showed you in the video, this was just the brush that was just dabbed on there. You could try it with different brushes. I bet each brush would make a different pattern. Or you can use that same design on a different one, just turn the brush and do something different with it. You can also think of something simple like a letter. The letter L is what I used for this, and I just turned the letter L so it would mirror itself all the way across. Same thing with this, X's. Again, the polka dots, you could make the polka dots touch each other. These are just simple lines. Don't think too hard on the patterns, but this is a great opportunity to practice good brush control because you want to make sure that the pattern looks consistent and looks the same all the way across, and it doesn't look like you got tired or sloppy as you got over to the other side of the cardboard. So look around the classroom or think about alphabet letters. Look at your clothes. Think about just very simple things to start with, a simple line, and create that all the way across your piece of cardboard.